Ellis County, Oklahoma, where the windows to the Midwest are wide open and the switchgrass plains seem to never end. Paul Sawyer rolled into town with a cold front on his tailgate. His first order of business: find the tallest structure on the ranch, climb it, and see if he can scope out what kind of bucks these plains are holding. Tomorrow he'll walk the western edge of the Sooner State in search of a buck that quickly rose through the ranks to become the ranch's patriarch.
Okay, Paul, here is some of the bucks that are coming just on the south side of that circle.
Yep.
Okay, there's the big one right there.
Okay.
There's the big 9.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, look how his brow tips out
Yeah,
like
see how
that.
much, see what there is left right there?
Yeah.
It's a big, long brow tine.
Yeah, yeah.
There's the 9.
Back
big
at
9
camp,
again.
Paul and longtime friend Steve pour through a promising batch of recent trail camera photos. One buck in particular has grabbed Paul's attention: the big 9, a tall tine buck that's pushing 6 years old and approaching 160 inches. He's not the only shooter in the area, but he's the one that suits Paul best.
We're in Oklahoma hunting with my longtime friend Steve Proviance for the firearm season. We got a couple days left before the season closes, but the good news is we have a long hit list of bucks. The buck that I like the best is a big 9. That's the buck that I more or less have my heart set on. That's not to say if one of these other hit listers shows up, I won't take him, but we got daylight pictures of him here and another blind to the east. 4:30, 5:15, 5:40, all in daylight. So to have a 5.5-year-old buck that is that big in daylight is quite rare. So with any luck, he'll show up tonight. We'll be ready.
It isn't long before deer begin funneling into the open field. Soon Paul sees firsthand the property's potential when a young stud makes his presence known. A teapot 10-point with some growing left to do.
You know what? That's that short tine 10. We got pictures of that buck in here. And he is a tremendous youngster. He might be a 3-year-old, he could be 2. Man, is he wide. I bet that deer's 21 inches. Heck, he might even be 22 inches wide. That is gonna be a tremendous buck. That's awesome. He's in here early too. Hopefully that's a sign of what may happen tonight. That's a good sign. It's early. Cool looking buck.
Potential doesn't pay the bills. Daylight movement is encouraging, but Paul's heart is set on a higher caliber deer. The young 10 stands at attention. His run as the only nice buck in the field is over.
I see a body. Big body coming right through that point right there. It's the 8. It's that 8 that tips forward. He tips forward. We're not gonna shoot that buck. Good looking deer. He's all bristled up. Look at him go at that 10. That's a really good deer, but that's a great sign. We still got lots of shooting light left. That's a mature buck there. He's certainly a shooter, but just not what I'm looking for at this moment. I want to see if the 9 shows up. Now, once I take a closer look at this deer, I might change my mind, but right now I'm gonna pass.
The decision could come back to haunt him. That's a chance that Paul is willing to take. The stakes are high. The season is nearly over, but Paul's fixation on the big 9 overrides all the what-ifs. He's here for one deer, and one deer only. Tonight, the big 9 didn't feel like playing the game. Tomorrow, The second half begins. Winchester Life is brought to you by Winchester Repeating Arms, Swarovski Optic, Winchester Ammunition.
Here at Swarovski Optic, a lot of time is spent on perfecting a few great things until every idea we touch enhances every moment in the field. For a quarter century, the Swarovski Optic SLC has been making hunters' dreams become reality. Feel the wilderness every time you step outside.
The new XBR bolt-action rifle from Winchester Repeating Arms. Experience performance.
Paul Sawyer is posted up near a creek bottom in western Oklahoma. He's been playing chess with the Big 9 for 3 days. It's the 9's move. But first, a familiar face with 10 up top.
He's an impressive animal. He'll be near 160, if not low 160s. And a 5.5-year-old brute of an animal. So it's raining, it's cold. The conditions are ideal to see him. So I feel like this is our last hoorah. Season closes tomorrow and the wind switches, so we got to get it done tonight.
Once again, something's caught the wide 10's attention. He adopts a nervous posture as the deer continue to funnel into the field. Even the most promising prospects know when it's their time to leave. This young 10-point has spotted something he doesn't feel like sticking around for.
There he is, right there. Draw. Get ready. That is a big deer. I can't tell whether it's him or not. I can't tell whether it's him or not. He looks like a big ape, and he broke that floor. He'll come out here. He's gonna come out here. There's too many deer out here. I gotta get calm down. Here he comes. Here he comes.
Patience pays. The Big 9 has entered the game with a clue to his whereabouts over the last few days. A broken G4 and the demeanor of a battle-hardened buck.
He's circling around. Are you ready? Are you on him? Yeah. Yep. Ready? Yep. We have been playing cat and mouse with that deer. He's bigger than I thought he was, man. When I looked at pictures of him, I really fell in love with him. But he shook me up, man. That's a heck of a deer right there. Big old 5.5-year-old Oklahoma buck. People want to know what Winchester Life is. This is Winchester Life. This is making it happen. This is chasing them. This is passing younger bucks so you can kill big 5-year-olds like that.
Before the smoke clears, Paul's friend Steve shows up to share in the moment. A handshake and a hug to seal the deal.
Saddle up the horses, weather's coming in. Need to find some shelter.
Look at that.
He's a toad, bud. What a toad.
And a big-bodied son of a gun.
Long live the chase, the focus, the game, the discipline it takes to pass when most wouldn't, the high we ride when the work is done. Long live this moment. Long live the Winchester life.
I'm a weathered man. 1,000 miles from somewhere high on the range. I'm a soul survivor. Bring on the snow and rain. 'Cause a man needs hard times just to feel like a man. Wild like the weather with freedom.